Hi, my name is Akinsoyinu Damilola today. I am going to be your saxophone instructor, and I'm going to be talking about, briefly, about the history of the saxophone. Saxophone was invented by a Belgian instrumentalist called Adolphe Sax. He got to understand some of the principles behind saxophone from his dad's workshop. He apprenticed there for a period of time where he studied clarinet and flute in Brussels University. So he did some of this research based on the clarinet and the flute because of the idea he had. So he combined, the saxophone was designed based on the principle of the brass instruments and the woodwind instrument. So some of the saxophone players and the products, they include the Selma, the Yamaha, and the P. Moriarty types. There are some other ones, those are professional types of saxophone, and there are other ones too, like the Yamaha, the standard products, the AJC, the Proel from Italy, and so on and so forth. So I'll be talking briefly also about the types of saxophone and the major ones that is being used frequently now in the music world. We have the soprano sax, we have the alto sax, we have the tenor sax, we have the sopranino, we have the subcontrabass saxophone, we have the contrabass saxophone, we have the baritone, we have the sopranissimo saxophone, we have the mezzo-soprano saxophone, and so on and so forth. There are some of them. The reason why the saxophone is still classified somehow as a brass instrument because it's made of brass. And that brass is used basically for saxophone because it is an anti-rust. It resists rust. No matter the split, maybe a chemical substance splash on it, it takes time before it gets to rust. Why? Because it is made up of copper and zinc as an alloy to protect the saxophone from being rusted. Like I said, saxophone is classified as a woodwind instrument. Why is it classified as a woodwind? Because it is made up of a wooden reed that is made from wood to produce sound. That air blows into it to make sound to the saxophone. I also spoke about different types of saxophone and how they are being used. But the most commonly used types of saxophones are the alto sax, the tenor saxophone, the soprano saxophone, and the sopranino saxophone. Those are the commonly used type of saxophone nowadays that are used in music. And I'll also talk briefly on who is even a saxophonist. A saxophonist is someone who plays a single reed woodwind instrument that has a conical shape. You can see this shape is in form of a cone, conical shape. So saxophone is someone who plays a single reed woodwind instrument that has a conical shape. That's all. And I'm talking about some of the parts of the saxophone. And we have three major parts of the saxophone. We have the neck, we have the body of the saxophone, we have the bell. Those are the three major parts of the saxophone. Then additional is the U-shaped cup that joins the bell and the body of the saxophone. Then let me talk briefly about the neck of the saxophone. The neck of the saxophone comprises the mouthpiece, the black plastic here is the mouthpiece. Then the reed is made up of wood. That is why it is called a woodwind instrument. The reed is made up of wood. Then this is the ligature that has a butterfly knots used to knot the reed to the mouthpiece. Then we have the key part, the neck key part. This is the neck key part, and this is the cover of the mouthpiece. So this is the neck of the mouthpiece. Then we'll go to the body of the saxophone. The body of the saxophone comprises the keys, the key pairs. These are the key pairs. These are the key pairs. Then we have the octave key. This is the octave key that changes from low octave to second octave and also to the third octave, as the case may be. Then we have also the U-tube that connects the neck, the bell and the neck and the body together. Then we have the bell of the saxophone. This is the bell of the saxophone, and we have the bell, the pads protector. The function of this protector is to, whenever the saxophone slides somehow, so that it shouldn't get distoned, because saxophone is one of the most sensitive and fragile instruments. As soon as it gets slided to the ground, it distones immediately. So care has to be taken to make sure that some of these things that saxophone is protected. And that's the reason why they made some of these protectors, so that they can protect some of the major parts from being distoned when they slide against the ground or against something. Then we have the thumb hook. This is the thumb hook where you can place your thumb on top whenever you want to play to get a balance. That's the function of the thumb hook. Like I earlier mentioned, the various parts of saxophone, ranging from the neck to the body to the U shape connecting the bell and the body of the saxophone, and also the bell of the saxophone and their uses, and some of the key parts and the notes. Right now I'm going to be talking about how do you even couple the saxophone. You're going to start from the neck. This is the neck of the saxophone. Now, having gotten the neck of saxophone, you have your reed, which made the saxophone to be a woodwind. That is the powerhouse of the saxophone. So without this little wooden substance, the saxophone will not make sound. So, and this is, like I mentioned earlier, this is the mouthpiece, and this is the mouthpiece cover. Now, the function of this cover is to protect the reed from being damaged, even when saxophone is not in use, when it's kept aside. So, I'm going to show you how to couple your saxophone, starting from the neck. This is the reed. How do you place your reed? You place your reed below the mouthpiece. Then you fix your ligature, either downward or upward. Fix your ligature in this manner. Then knot the butterfly knots together. Now it's ready. It's ready. There will be a little space where you can see through the reed on top of the mouthpiece. There should be little space left on top. So on top of the mouthpiece. So then you now insert the mouthpiece on the neck. Push it inside. Then align it. Make sure it's straight. Then you cover it. And when you are done with the neck, you go to the body of the saxophone. Always hold your saxophone by the bell. So you now fix your neck to the saxophone. So it is ready for play. The care and the maintenance, how do you even handle the saxophone? Like I said earlier, saxophone is a very fragile instrument, and any mistake or miscue can have effect on the key parts. Then it causes distone on the sax. So what do you need to do? The first thing you need to do before you play your saxophone, you must always brush your teeth. It sounds funny though, but it's very, very important to brush your teeth. Why? Because most times when you eat sugary substance and then you combine saliva, when saliva combines with the sugary substance that you just finished eating, a toxic substance is formed that can have effects either on the reed or on the saxophone. With time, begin to deteriorate, begin to break the layers of the saxophone. With time, saxophone becomes rusted, or it changes your tone, or the sound of saxophone will change because of some of those toxic substances that get into the saxophone through the saliva when the sugary substance mix with the saliva. So the next thing you need to do after playing your saxophone, you need to check through. This is your E, your C. They check through this hole and this hole to see how much volume of the saliva has gathered here. Then the next thing you need to do is what? To discharge them, to pour the saliva out through the bell. Pour it out. You don't flap the slap of your saxophone to remove saliva. What you need to do is what? Through the bell, you pour it off, and then it gets there. Then the next thing you need to do, I told you earlier that saxophone is always handled. Either you hold it, most times it is advisable to hold your saxophone by the bell. This is the bell of the saxophone. It doesn't have effect. The reason why it is very important to hold the saxophone by the bell is so that some of the keepers, because they are flexible substance, when you look under the pads themselves, are flexible substance made up of nylon and some other things that can easily wear out when they are under constraint, when they are pressed, when they are stressed or strained, they easily worn out. So there is need for you not to hold the saxophone by the pads, but only by the bell, and then by this neck, if there is any need. So the next thing you need to do when taking care or handling your saxophone is to, as soon as you finish playing, you don't keep the saxophone, couple it back immediately and just close the bag. There is need for you to open the bag, expose it to air for some minutes so that breeze can get into it, air can get into it to dry some of the saliva. Then the next thing you need to do is the brush through. As soon as you remove your neck, there's a brush that you insert through. Insert the brush through, bring it out, swab it. Insert it the second time, bring it out, swab it. Then you now keep the saxophone and open the bag for a period of time so that air can get through into the saxophone before you finally insert the brush, then lock up the bag. Thank you. Okay, as I earlier talked about maintenance and handling and the ways which you can handle your saxophone because it is very fragile. So also there are some safety tips that the saxophone player or the saxophonist can also apply to have a free flow play whenever he or she wants to play the saxophone. Now, one of those safety tips is you have to understand yourself. Understand yourself first, then warm up. What do we mean by warm up? There are some exercises you need to do when you want to play. You need to carry out some of those fingering exercises, warm up, check through your saxophone to see if it is okay. Then, the second thing you need to note is you need to relax, create time and take break, then relax, stretch. And sometimes when you are playing a saxophone, after a while, probably you are tired, you need to stop playing, stretch yourself, then you relax for some time before you can continue. Another thing you need to do is you need to pace yourself. When playing the saxophone, you need to pace yourself. How do I mean by pace yourself? You need to set timing. That has to do with metronome. Metronome means counts of beats that you need to set for yourself. You're playing slowly as a beginner. You're playing slowly. 1, 2, 3, 4. Okay, you want to increase, you want to add to the pace. And 1, 2, 3, 4. You want to increase the pace too, you add 1, 2, 3, 4, and so on and so forth. So you need to pace yourself to be able to comprehend with your speed as you grow and as you improve in your rehearsals. And the next thing also I need to take note of, you need to take note of your instrument. You need to always understand the sound of your instrument. Sometimes some of the parts are faulty, and then there's a tendency that they have distoned. So you need to understand the difference between the initial sound that when the saxophone was all right and the new sound that you hear, so that you can fix or stop and fix the saxophone, as the case may be. Then the next thing you need to understand also is your body system. You need to be understood. You need to understand your body system. Sometimes when you are feeling sick, you're tired, internally you are very tired, you are feeling sick, and there is need for you to stop whatever you're doing, just leave the saxophone and quickly get medical attention. Like, it is very, very wrong for you to be feeling tired or feeling sick and yet pick your saxophone and want to rehearse, you want to play. So quickly, as soon as you're feeling sick, get medical attention. Now, another thing I'll be talking about is saxophone posture. How do you stand or how do you stay whenever you want to play the saxophone? So when you hang the saxophone, this is the strap. We call it saxophone strap. It's connected to a hook, saxophone hook. Then you fix the strap. How do you stand when playing the saxophone? Your thumb hook, the right hand thumb hook, thumb will be under the thumb hook for the right hand. Then the left hand will be on top, close to the octave key. This is how you stand. Then, whenever you want to play, you stand straight, your head straight. You look straight. That is how you play, you stand straight. The moment you change your posture, or begin to look down, or you stand like this, and that's how to continue. Before you know, you form a posture for yourself, which will affect the entire body system. You used to walk straight before. As soon as you started playing saxophone, and then you started walking, the posture has changed. So there is need for you to always play straight. Look straight, play straight whenever you want to play your saxophone. Then another thing I'll be talking about briefly is how do you service your saxophone? There is need for periodic servicing. Now, how do you service the saxophone? There is this valve oil that you need. Some of these movable parts, some of these joints here needs to be oiled. You oil them at interval. Once you begin to notice stiffness in the pads, you oil some of the joints. Oil some of the joints. When you're done oiling, look for a clean rag and clean through to make sure the saxophone is free of oil. Clean through the saxophone and make it neat. Then internally, how do you get a dry rag or dry handkerchief and push it through to some of the bell, clean through the bell, clean inside. Use a coarse substance or an iron, just push it through inside, clean through, and then you dry it. You leave it under the air, under the sun or in the air for a period of time before you remove it and pack it back into the bag. Thank you. As I earlier said, some of the basic tips in safety, saxophone safety. Then we're talking about some errors that beginners make when they want to start playing saxophone. Some of those errors include when you wrongly set the reed, pushing the reed out too much, or pushing it inside the mouthpiece too much, because it has an effect. It's either it's cause injury to the tongue, or the sound is not complete. It doesn't give you the required sound you're supposed to get. Another error beginners make is basically they tend to, when they blow air into the mouthpiece, they tend to puff their cheek, which is very, very wrong. It's not done like that. So those are some of the errors. Another error that beginners also make is they tend to lean on some of the pads. So when they are not playing, they tend to lean on some of the pads, the buttons, parts of the saxophone, which can in turn have effect on the saxophone parts, can cause this tone. Another error that, I think the last error that some of the beginners make is when they are playing, most times they don't adjust the strap, the bed strap, the neck strap, they don't adjust it well. So thereby affecting their posture, affecting the sound entirely. So that is one of the things we're going to be talking about. Now, I want to talk about how do you even place the lips and the teeth and the mouth. So that principle, we just call that the embouchure of the saxophone. Like, embouchure has to do with the placement of your lips, your mouth, how you place your mouth on the mouthpiece, and how you make your sound. That is what we call embouchure. So there are some basic tips. How do you know the exact points on the mouthpiece where you are to put the embouchure, put your mouth placement? Now, you can equally know by placing paper, a white paper. Place the white paper in between the reed and the mouthpiece. Then push it downward. Push it downward. When you get to a point that it cannot go again, you mark that point on your mouthpiece. Mark the point with a pencil. Mark the point on the mouthpiece with a pencil. And then, when you mark the point with the pencil, then you remove the paper. At that point where you mark is where you place. And how do you place your teeth or your lips on it? You place your teeth on top of the mouthpiece. That's the upper part. That's the incisors. The scissors and the incisors, you place it on top of the mouthpiece in this form. Then the down lips and the teeth, you fold the down lips on top of the teeth. Under like this. You fold it. Then the point at which you mark is where the upper teeth is going to stay on top of your mouthpiece. Then after that, then you can make a sound. There's no need for you to puff off your cheek when making the sound. Just make it, control the breath. Then I'd like to talk about consistency. There is need for consistency as a beginner when you start learning your saxophone, you start rehearsing. There's need for consistency. What are the basic importance of consistency? It makes you increase. It makes you improve gradually. It gives you speed. It gives you accuracy. It gives you endurance. It gives you strength. It gives you encouragement. So negativities of consistency, when you are not consistent, there are some basic things that happen. The things you have learned some days ago, you start all over again. When you skip days or weeks, you didn't realize after like a day or week or 2 or 4 days, then you have to start all over again. Why? Because some of the body system needs comfort. Most of our body organ systems, cells, they need a comfortable environment where they can relax without stress. They don't like stress. So by the time you stop practicing or rehearsing, you discover that some of the fingering, maybe some of your fingers are already getting acclimatized and used or flexible with the saxophone. And then with time, you discover that you have to struggle again to start all over again when you fail to rehearse at interval. So there's need for consistency when you are playing your saxophone. It will give you, I told you earlier, it's going to give you speed, it's going to give you balance, give you accuracy. It gives you experience, exposure, and so on. Thank you. Briefly, we'll be discussing the relationship between the saxophone and other musical instruments. For example, the piano. You discover that the same flat and sharp keys on the piano, the same sharp and flat keys you have on the saxophone, ranging from the 12 keys from C to C and so on. C, C sharp, D, and so on and so forth. So they have the same pattern of keys. And then that is one of the similarities. And they produce the same sound, the same notes. Do, re, mi, fa, sol, la, ti, do. That's how they make. Saxophone make the same sound while the piano make the same sound. The similarity also between the saxophone, between the different types of saxophone, like I said earlier in our former discussion, we spoke about the major saxophone that are used today in the music industry, like the alto sax, the tenor sax, the soprano, and the sopranino. But the majorly used ones are the alto sax and the tenor sax. But preferably, I would advise for you beginners, the alto sax will be better. Why did I say alto sax will be better for you to start with? It's because the embouchure is small compared to tenor sax that has a big mouthpiece that you have to, you have to master your embouchure on it before it can get used to it. So not like that in alto sax. In alto sax, the mouthpiece is small. You can equally organize, you can really get your embouchure organized because it's small, and then make your sound perfectly and get used to it before moving to another type of saxophone. Now I want to briefly talk also about the similarities between the alto sax and the tenor saxophone. Now the alto saxophone and tenor saxophone, they are built the same way, the same fingering methods for the alto and the tenor sax. Then the embouchure too is the same thing. The way you place your mouth on the reed, it's the same thing. So those are the similarities. But the major difference between the alto sax and the tenor sax, one, is the size. The size of the alto sax is reasonably smaller than the size of the tenor sax. And one other difference between them is both of them are transposing instruments. Transposing instrument, like the tenor sax is built an octave lower than the alto sax. The tenor is built an octave lower than the tenor sax. Now, if the piano plays on C major, now the alto saxophone plays on E flat. So it is transposed based on E flat. So most times they say alto sax is designed based on what? E flat. It's transposed based on E flat. So when you are playing E flat on the saxophone, on the alto saxophone, then you are equally playing C on the piano. So also the tenor sax, when it's designed based on B flat. So as the piano is playing on C flat, the tenor sax plays on B flat. Plays on B flat. So that is how it is designed. So the major differences between the alto sax and the tenor sax is just the way they are built. The alto sax is built on E flat, and then tenor sax is built on E flat. Then I'm talking briefly about speed and breath control. Now, how do you maintain a constant speed and then constant and improved speed? A constant and improved speed can be maintained through consistency, like I earlier mentioned. Consistency can improve your speed and make it constant. Then also, how do you control your breath? You can easily control your breath. Number one, you have to make sure you are standing upright or sitting upright. So before you can control your breath, then make sure the embouchure is correctly placed on the mouthpiece. And secondly, make sure you are breathing from the diaphragm. Like you use your nose to breathe, then to breathe in, Then you breathe out through the embouchure, through the mouth, make the sound. So that is how you can control your embouchure. You breathe in through the diaphragm, and then you breathe out through the mouth by placing your mouth on, like. So I was breathing through the diaphragm, through the nose, then breathing out through the embouchure. Thank you very much. Hence, you've understood the placement of the embouchure on the mouthpiece. And the next thing we're going to do is to place our fingers where they're supposed to be. Now, I want to show you how to place your finger on key of C major. You know, key C comprises of C, D, E, F, G, A, B, then back to C. That's second octave C. Now, how do you place your fingers on key C? The first thing you need to do, your thumb hook. Place your hand on top of the thumb hook. Then the second thumb, that's the lower thumb, the right hand thumb. The second thumb, place your finger also on close to the octave, but release your hand from the octave. Then the first three fingers, the first finger on the first note, this note is B. Second one, second finger on the second note, and the third finger on the third note, which is C, A, that's B, A, G. Then the fourth finger on F, fifth finger on E, sixth finger on D, and the seventh finger on C. Now, you're done with that. Then your posture, like I explained to you, you have to stand upright and erect. Then you put your mouth and make a sound. When you make a sound, you breathe in through your diaphragm, through the nose only. After breathing in, then you breathe out through your mouth, holding the mouthpiece and the reed tight, and breathe out through the mouth. Then you make a sound. When you make a sound, that is, you have made a sound of do for C. Do, that is C. Then, as you continue to make the sound, that's do, you move your hand from C to D. That's the re. The first note there is C. So you start from your do. When you get this is your C. Then you make a sound. Then you remove hand from the lower do, then you move to re. Then you move to me. Then you go to fa, that is F. You should be able to learn how to control your breath, breathing through your nose only, and breathing out through the mouth, making the air go out through the mouth into the mouthpiece. Then we'll move to G, which is so. Then we'll move to the next note, and the key, which is A, and the note is La. And you move to the next note, which is B. T sounds T. Then, of course, the last note, which is the C octave of where we started from, going back upward, which is C octave. That is this note, C, which is Do. Then you ascend the same way downward. So when you finish your Do, you move back to T, which is B. That is T, that's B major. Then you are coming back again. You go to La, which is A. As in Do, Ti, La. Now we're done with La, then we move to Sol. We move down to Sol. Sol is G. Then after Sol, you close, you keep the three keys, keep them closed. Then you go to Fa. You are done with that, you move to Mi, which is E major. Now you are done with Me, you go back to Re, Re, Re. And that Re is now D major. Then you go back to the way you started from earlier. Now you are done with, then you sound it from down, straight, upward. C, D, E, F, G, A, B, then C octave. Then you move downward the same way. So if you want to make it faster, you can do that. Downward again. You want to increase the speed again. You want to increase the speed again. So you see, you have made your sound of your key of C, you have actualized it. So from C, D, E, E, C, D, E, F, G, A, B, then C, back, then. And the next thing you need to do, you need to run a little scale on that C to make you understand the movement, the hand movement, and then upward and downward back. to where you started from. As I earlier explained, the key of C major, going from C, D, E, F, G, A, B, and C octave. So this is how it sounds like. You want to play it faster? Then, having done that, now we'll take one exercise one scale exercise on that key C. We're going to be taking do, re, mi, fa, sol, la, ti, do. That is C, D, E, F, G, A, and G, A, B, then A, B, and C. Then you run it downward again. So let's try it and see. And you want it faster than like you did. So let's again faster the way we did before. So we're going to do it faster than before. If you want it faster than this again, we can go ahead and do it. Want to increase the speed again for the last time, you can do that. So that is the first exercise. That's do, re, mi, fa, sol. Then I can give you another exercise again based on that before I show you another key. So exercises, we're going to be taking it 4-4. Initially we took it 3 to C, D, E, F. Now we're going to be taking it 4-4. C, D, E, F, D, E, F, G, E, F, G, A, then F, G, A, B, then G, A, B, C. Then you come back the same way you went, you come back the same way. So let's try it and see. You want it faster than this? Let's try it one more time. So we take it faster again. We want it faster than this again, as in the last step. So that is the scale. The two scales you can run for now on key C, which is C, D, like I said earlier, C, D, E, F, G, A, B, and C octave, which is Do, Re, Mi, Fa, Sol, La, Ti, Do, Ti, La, Sol, Fa, Mi, Re, Do. Now, before we move to the key of F, I want us to run the chromatic scale for key of C. Chromatic scale, we mean the intervals between the space, the sharps and the flats between the. So from C, we move to C sharp. From C sharp, we move to D. From D, D sharp. From D sharp, we move to E. From E, we go to E flat. From E flat, we go to F. From F, we go to F sharp. From F sharp, we go to G. From G to G sharp. From G sharp to A. And from A to A sharp. From A sharp to B. From B to B flat. Then from C, from B flat to C. Those are the chromatic scales in between. So let's try it and see. To take it one after the other. So I'll play C, then go to C sharp, then I'll show you one after the other. So whenever you want to play your C, make your sound, you already know your C. Then you go to your C sharp, and you add this, with this lever, you press the smallest of this lever with the C, with the key of C. Do, D. So that is Do, D. Then we'll go to Re, Re. That is Re. This is Re, which is your D. Your D sharp. This is your D sharp. Plus, when you add your D with this part here, this key here, that is your D sharp together with D. So you make your D sound. D sharp. And you go to Mi. Then from Mi, you go to Fa. From your Fa, Fi. You go to your Fi, which is F sharp. This is Fa now. Then Fi is your F sharp. From Fi, you go to your Sol, which is G. Now, after Sol, Z, Sol, Z, so which is your G sharp. So let me play G again. Then your G sharp. Z. Then you go up again. You go to your A, which is your La. La, Li. Then the next one is Li, which is what? Your B flat or A sharp. From Li, you go to T. T, which is your B. And you go to Do. The same way you descend. Do, T, then you go to Do. So, starting from Do octave, which is C, to D, to B now. Then Do, which is a B flat, or A sharp. Then La now, which is your A. Now from La you go to Z, which is your G sharp. Then you go to G. After G sharp, you go to your G. Okay, let me play that G sharp and G together, which is Z, So. Then you go to your Fa, which is your F. Okay, you go from your G sharp, sorry. From G sharp, you go to your F. From your G sharp, you go to your G. From your G, you go to F sharp before you go to F. So this is your G, then you move to F. And F, which is F sharp. Then you go to your F now, Fa. Then Fa, after Fa, you go to your Mi, which is your E. Mo. After Me is Mo. Mo. Then you go to your Mo is your D sharp. Then Re is your D. Mo and Re again. Then Re. D. After your Re, you go to your D, which is your C sharp. And after your D, you go to Do. D, Do. So that is chromatics from C. C, C sharp, your D, your from D you go to D sharp, from D sharp you go to your E, from E your E flat, from E flat you go to your F, from F your F sharp, from F sharp you go to G, from G you go to G sharp, from G sharp you go to your A, from A sharp or B flat, from A sharp you go to your B, from your B and you move to your C again. And that's that. So let's run it from C, the chromatics from C, low octave to the higher octave. So that's how it is. It's all out, it's all fun. Then we're going to let's run it faster than this and see. Can make it faster than this again. So that is key of C with the chromatics of C. Now, having known key of C, the chromatics of key C, we're now free to move to key of D. So key of D, after C is D, move to D. So we're going to know some of the notes of key C, or key D, and then we're going to run those same exercise we ran and we did during in key C. We're going to do it again. So you have your key D. This is your D major. The 6 fingers, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. This is your D major. So you want to sound your A into the saxophone. You sound this. It sounds out. This used to be your Re for C. Now it is now a Do for your D major. So you sound. This is Do. Then after D, the next sound is what? E, which is your Re. Next sound is E, which is your Re. Then you sound your Re. Now after Re, the next sound and key is F sharp. After E is F sharp. That's your Mi now. Then after your Mi, we now go to Fa. And Fa is G. Your Fa is G. So we sound the 3 fingers. Fa. Then we go to So, which is after G, is A. So your So is what? A. So we go to A and sound it. So, So, A. Then we'll go to our La. La is going to be B. So, then having sounded the La, we're going to be sounding T. Now, T in this context is open notes. You're not going to press any of the notes. It's open finger. You open your fingers, that is your T. And that when you open your finger, that's the octave of C sharp. Octave of C sharp. That's Do, octave of C sharp. So that's after let's sound D, T, and Do now. That's T, La, and T. Fingers are open. La, La, T, that's B and C sharp. Then the octave Do will now be 6 fingers with the octave key. 6 fingers with the octave key. So you sound, after let's sound T and Do together. So you pressed the octave key with the normal D, so which gives you a higher octave for D major. So you're going to run it again from down, which is your D, E, F sharp, G, A, B, C sharp, then back to D octave. So let's run it from down again. Now you have not Do, Re, Mi, Fa, Sol, La, Ti, Do, C. That's D, E, F sharp, G, A, B, C sharp, D. I'm back. So let's run it faster than that. Let's increase the speed again. Increase the speed again a bit. Faster again, last one. So that is key of D major. So let's try and run some of those exercises we did in the key of C. So we did do, re, mi, fa. So it's going to be in this D is going to be D, E, F sharp, D, E, F sharp, then E, F sharp, G, F sharp, G, A, B, C sharp, B, C sharp, D octave, that's D back. So we are going to be running it slowly on key of D. Can increase our speed a bit. Increase your speed. Then we can increase the speed again. Again. Then, having done the three scale exercise, now let's take a step further to the 4 notes scale, which is do, re, mi, fa, sol, la, ti, do. So we're going to be taking it one after the other. I'll take it again. So you want to take it a bit faster than this, then you can go ahead. You want it faster than before? And go ahead again. Want it a bit faster than that, you can go ahead again. faster than that. A bit faster too. So that is the exercise we have done on key of D. So we're going to take a step further to key of E. Thank you. So initially we spoke about key of D major. Right away, we're going to be talking about key of E major. So key E major comprise some of like two sharps, especially the G sharp and the D sharp. So we're going to be tracing it. So from E we'll move to F sharp, okay, plus F sharp. From F sharp we'll move to G sharp. From G sharp we'll move to G sharp. We'll move to A, from A, B, from B, D sharp, from D sharp back to E. So we're going to have it like so you're going to add octave when you're going to the second octave. So you're going to do, re, mi, fa, sol, la, ti, do. This is E now. This is F sharp, G sharp, A, B, and your La is open string C sharp, and your T is D sharp. You see, we run it like that. Do, re, mi, fa, sol, la, ti, do. E, F sharp, G sharp, A, B, C sharp, D sharp, and E. That's octave. So let's run it faster. Run it faster, yeah? Run it faster again. Faster again. And we'll go to the scale I gave during the C and the D major, which is going to be 3-3. Do, re, mi, fa, sol, la, ti, do. The same pattern will follow. So the same pattern will follow when you're coming down. When you're playing the second octave, you're going to add this. it faster too. We can still make it faster than that. So let's try and make it like that. We can run it faster again. Then we'll run the 4 exercise again, the same key. Let's make it a bit faster. Let's run it faster from here. Faster. So that's how you're going to run it. When you are doing your exercise, when you're practicing, when you're rehearsing, that is what you will be doing. That is what you will do. Then you can also practice your chromatics between each intervals, each of these notes interval. You want to practice your chromatics. So your chromatics on knee is going to be now it's going to be do, di, re, that's do. Your D is going to be F, your re is going to be F sharp. So it's going to be your re is going to be your G, and your mi is going to be your G sharp. Your re is going to be your mi, and your D, and your mi is going to be F sharp. So now this up, fi so, mi fi so, okay, mi so. That is fa, so. Fa is A, so is B. Fa, so, si, la. Then do, ti, do. So you have seen it now. So that is the chromatic. Let me run it far. Those are the chromatics. You run from down to up and from up back. You can easily run your scale like we just did. You run your scale on them. So I'm going to quickly move to another key. From E, we are ascending now. We started from C, so we ascended to F, from C to D sharp. That's to D. From D, we now ascended to E. Now from E, now we are going to F major. Now, F major is F, G, A, B flat, C, D, E, F. Do you get it now? So that is how I'm going to, so that's your Do, which is F. Re is G. Mi is M. Mi is A. Fa is your B flat. It's your B flat. So is your C. Then La will be, your La will be D. Then your T is E major. Do, re, mi, fa, sol, la, ti, do. So let's run it faster. Faster. You can run a bit faster again. You can run it faster than that. You can run it faster than that. So we'll run your Do, Re, Mi, Fa, Sol up to Do on key of F now. So let's try those exercises we did on key F. Let's try those exercises. It's going to be can do it a bit faster than it used to be. We'll increase your speed again. Then we'll increase your speed again. And from there, we'll go to the 4 notes exercise, 4 note scale that I was giving.